Hello everyone, I'm Pastor James.
And I'm Elise.
And we're so excited that you have joined us this morning for Compel Kids Cute Cheer Track.
Woo!
Aren't you excited today, Elise?
I'm so excited. We're going to have such a fun morning.
On a scale of 1 to just absolutely, positively, just crazy excited, where are you?
The second one.
The second one? Alright guys, well we're so excited that you were able to join us today. Let's go ahead and start today's lesson.
What's up, everybody? It's time once again for the weird, the bizarre, the wacky of the Bible. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Today we're talking about something that pretty much everybody likes. Barbecue.
Yeah! Making my enemies cry.
Bologna sandwiches! Woohoo!
Christmas trees. Oh, he finally said something normal. Dipped in acid. Spoke too soon. No, sorry, none of that stuff. We're talking about money. Moolah. Yes. Cashola. Uh-huh. Dinero. Sure. The green stuff. Cabbage. Jack in your jeans. Okay, Cletus, calm down. They get it. Just making sure. Now, money can sometimes be kind of weird. It doesn't always look like this.
Am I still president?
For a while in Central and South America, they used cocoa beans as money. Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah! I ate all of my allowance!
In some countries, they use teeth. Now I can buy a car. And in Canada, there's even a $1 million coin that weighs 220 pounds. That'd take a big old piggy bank. Where almost everywhere you go, people are obsessed with money. Yeah! Not just that, just stuff in general. And they're always worried about running out. Even the disciples, the guys that hung out with Jesus. Just like in today's story, the disciples needed money, so Jesus provided in a way that was kind of weird. He used a fish.
Say what?
I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Well, that sounds fishy. I don't get it. Well, anyway, you're gonna learn more about it in today's lesson. The disciples go fishing for some money. We'll see you next time. Hit the button, Professor. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like it today. Thank goodness. Just kidding. No, wait. Very funny. You're welcome.
Left, 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 right, left, 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 left. Oh!
Okay, whoa. Hey, halt! I'm getting dizzy over here. What's going on, Majorly Skeptical? You seem a little distracted.
Oh, there's just been so much going on, Civilian. First of all, I was away last week attending special military business. It's on the down low. Sorry, civilians, can't share. But hey, where were you last week, civilian?
I was tending to my tomato garden. That's also really important business. Yeah.
Alright, that checks out. Well, I'm completely distracted. You hit the target on the nose.
I don't think that that's a thing. Hitting the target on the nose? Whatever. But I think I get what you mean. But what has you so distracted?
You've never hit a target on the nose? See? You were my target. I hit you on the nose. Do you get it now, civilian?
Yes, sir! Major, sir! I get it!
Good. Now, as to your other question, I am a bit distracted for sure. We have a huge need back on the base, and I'm attempting to fill it. It's just wearing me out on top of all my other, duties.
What is it that you are having trouble with at the military base?
We need to raise the funds to add a training class that I really want to take so I could then train my company in this special skill.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You need to raise money for a sushi rolling class?
10-4, civilian. Once again, you have hit the target on the nose.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I can really say that's a need, but I can tell you that today we are learning that God will provide for our needs. Maybe you could hang out to listen to our lesson.
You doubt my need for a sushi rolling class, civilian? Well, I doubt your ability to roll a perfect sushi roll. What do you think about that?
I think you're a little bit obsessed with this whole sushi roll thing. I mean, can't you just go to a sushi restaurant if you want a sushi roll? Or perhaps pick up a nice packaged sushi roll at a gas station?
Have you ever seen what happens to a person that is desperate enough to eat gas station sushi rolls? It's terrifying! Poor cousin Mikey ate some. I saw it all. First he doubled over in pain. Next he made a sound like a whale with a stomach ache. It was like... And finally he rolled on the floor a few times, throwing his arms back and forth. It's like what's stiff as a board.
That does sound terrifying. Sorry about your cousin.
Mike's pretty good now, but it took him a while to recover to this day. My aunt Nancy has to put gas in his truck. He won't go near a gas station.
Well, I can see why you may need to learn how to roll some sushi so you don't get desperate and end up like Mike.
Thank you for understanding, civilian. I hope you and these kids have a great time today learning that God will provide for your needs.
I have no doubt that we will have a great time learning that God will provide for our needs. Thank you, Majorly Skeptical.
Bye, kids. At ease, civilian.
Bye, Major.
Good day. Left, 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 right, left.
Today's crazy Bible story is found in the book of Matthew, chapter 17. One day, Jesus and the disciples arrived at a town called Capernaum. One of Jesus' disciples, Peter, was approached by some of the temple tax collectors. They got in his face and said, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" Peter was surprised, but he responded, "Of course he does." Now, Peter was in a tough situation. He had just promised these tax collectors that he and Jesus were going to pay this tax. The problem was that Peter had left his fishing business behind, so he didn't have a way of making money anymore. He was probably just a little bit worried about how in the world he was going to actually pay this tax. Peter went to find Jesus and bring his need to Jesus' attention. He went to the house where Jesus was staying. And the moment Peter walked up to him, Jesus spoke to him, even before Peter could tell him why he was there. Jesus said, "What do you think, Peter? Do kings tax their own people or the foreigners that they have conquered?" Peter had to be shocked. Jesus was asking him a question about taxes before he even had a chance to say anything about why he was coming to him. That's crazy! Jesus went on to say, "We don't want to offend anyone, so we should pay the temple tax." Then Jesus told Peter, "Go down to the lake and throw in a fishing line. Open the mouth of the first fish you catch, and you will find a coin. Take the coin and go pay the tax for both you and for me." Wow, what a crazy idea. How was he going to find money in a fish? But Jesus had told Peter what to do, and Peter obeyed. Can you imagine what it must have been like for Peter? He went down to the lake, put out a fishing line, pulled in a fish, reached into the fish's mouth, and pulled out a coin to pay the temple tax. Can you imagine how awesome it must have been for him to go back to the tax collectors and hand them a coin with fish guts all over it? It must have been so much fun. Peter learned a lesson that you are going to learn today as well. You are going to learn that when you have a need, God can provide, even in the craziest of ways.
Hey Compel Hello kids, it's Nina, and I'm going to help you guys go over this week's power verse. This week's power verse is found in 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God will generously provide all you need. Let's all try doing that together. And God will generously provide all you need. 2 Corinthians 9:8. That was awesome. You know what? I'm kind of wondering what this week's What You Gotta Know is. You guys know what it is? Oh. Hey, Elise.
Hey, Nina. Orange, you glad you wanted to know what you gotta know is today? Hey, kids. This week's What You Gotta Know this week is, when I have a need, God will provide. Oh.
In our Bible story today, Peter had a need, a big need. Have you ever been there? Have you ever had a huge need that you just don't know how you're going to take care of? Maybe you owed your brother money and didn't have the money to pay it back. I know I've been there. And maybe you had something you really need to buy for school, but your parents just didn't have the money to buy it. We all have moments in our lives in which we have a huge need. We have some choices we can make in those moments. We can freak out like this, like, I don't know what to do, I'm freaking out. Or we can worry ourselves half to death, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay for this? What's going to happen? We could do those things, but will those things help take care of the need we have? Of course not. Peter didn't do any of those things either. Instead, Peter did something that all of us need to do when we have a big need. After the temple tax collectors asked him about the taxes that were owed, Peter went to find Jesus and brings his need to Jesus's attention. He went straight to the house where Jesus was staying. He was going to find Jesus and ask him to help him. This is a lesson for you and I, kids. When you have a need, come to Jesus first. Peter didn't go off trying to figure out how he was going to pay the tax. He didn't come up with a crazy plan of selling brownies or putting on a magic show. In order to raise the money to pay the tax, his first thought was, I must go talk to Jesus. Boys and girls, when we have a need, we must go talk to Jesus first. He is the one who can help us with our need. Did you notice that when Peter walked in to tell Jesus about his need, Jesus already knew about it? Jesus started talking to Peter about his tax need before Peter even mentioned it. That's crazy. What does that teach us? God knows what you need before you ask. Jesus already knew that Peter was worried about the taxes he owed. So Jesus told him what to do about it even before Peter asked about it. Boys and girls, sometimes we begin to wonder if God really knows what's going on in our lives. We wonder if he really knows what we're going through. He knows. He knows about our every need even before we ask him about it. Just like Jesus told Peter what to do and he obeyed, we must trust and obey by doing whatever God tells us to do. As we are faithful, God will provide. Peter thought there was no way he was going to be able to afford the temple tax, but he followed Jesus' instruction. He went down to the lake and cast his fishing line in. So like this, okay guys, don't make fun of me. I'm not a really good fisherman, but I'm gonna act like I am, okay? And he put it in there, and he was trying to reel in that fish. It might have made more sense if Peter had put a net into the sea, right? That way he would have caught more fish and had a better chance of catching the right fish. But Jesus didn't tell him to get a net. Jesus said to throw out a line and pull in the first fish he caught. And then he pulled it out, and he pulled in that fish, reached into the fish's mouth, and pulled out a coin that was enough to pay for his taxes and Jesus' taxes. Isn't that awesome? God provided. No matter what need you have, God knows all about it. It doesn't matter how big it is. God is bigger. He may provide for that need in a way that you never would have thought he would. I'm sure Peter never thought he would be paying his taxes with fish money, but God knew. God provided for his children. We must try him and expect him to take care of our every need. Can we pray real quick, boys and girls? God, we're just so thankful for you that you can provide for all of our needs, Lord. God, we give our needs to you, Lord, and we trust, Lord, that you can provide in a mighty, mighty way. In your holy name we pray, amen. All right, boys and girls, welcome to this week's Brain Drain! Yeah. All right, question number 1. What was the what you gotta know today? Orange Eye Glad, I think I know that someone here might have said it earlier.
I did say it. You might have been distracted because Nina ate an orange. Oh. Like straight in. It was kind of weird, but
Hey,
we love her anyways,
so-
and so does God.
Do you eat your hamburgers with the peel on?
No. Who does that? Anyways, today's What You Gotta Know was, when I have a need, God will provide.
So, wait, you're not.
Anyways, next question. Which of the disciples had a need in our Bible story today?
Which of the disciples? Oh, geez. Was it Goliath? The giant?
I don't think he's a disciple.
What? Am I reading the wrong Bible?
I don't think... Which of the disciples had a need in our Bible story today?
Oh, the one that went fishing.
Yeah. What was his name? Ready? Yell it out, guys.
One,
1,
two.
2, 3. Peter!
Woo!
My
Good
guy,
job,
Peter.
my guy. All right, next question. What did Peter owe money for?
Oh. Did he buy a Switch?
I think he bought a fushigi. I think that's what he bought.
I don't think these kids know what a fushigi is. Editing people. Pastor Ray. Can you please enter in a fushigi ad right here so the kids know what it is?
You're about to be mesmerized. It's here. It's wild. It's sweeping the nation. It's Fushigi!
Fushigi, like, I don't know what it is, but it's the coolest thing ever, and I can do it.
It's basically a thing where you go like this and you're like doing like street, what's that called? Street art? I don't know, but fushigi. But no, that's not what Peter owed money for. What did he owe money for?
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
He owed the Tooth Fairy some money.
No. Okay, guys. James is having some problems here remembering the question, but I bet you know it. Ready? Yell it out on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The temple tax! Woo!
Good job.
Good job. All right. What did Jesus tell Peter to do in order to get that cha-ching, that fresh money?
Oh, he had a bake sale.
He had a bake show?
A bake sale.
A bake show? A bake show. I think it was very simple. I did a lot of this. He told him to go fishing, go fishing, go fishing, go fishing.
If you've
Hey.
ever gone fishing, raise your
Go
hand.
fishing, go fishing.
Okay.
I played that game where like there's a little fishes and you have the little stick and then you try to pull them out. I've done that fishing before.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun.
Where did Peter find the money?
Where did he find it? I know, there was a treasure chest at the bottom of the
No,
ocean.
I don't think so. I don't remember Peter going to the bottom of the ocean for this.
Okay, let's
It was
ask,
after he went fishing.
after we went fishing, let's ask our friends.
Okay, you guys answer.
Guys, where did Peter find the money? Ooh? What? Come on, say it on the count of 3. 1,
1, 2, 3.
The fish's mouth.
Yes, that's right.
He runs his hand into the fish and pull out the coin. All right. Next question. According to our lesson today, when you have a need, come to Jesus.
Now!
Right here.
Right now!
Right here.
Right now!
Okay, that's, well, almost. You go to him. He's not second, but he's...
There.
Sorry, Elise. You go to Jesus first. first.
Oh.
He's first.
Of
All
course.
right.
So, according to our lesson today, God will blank.
God will flex on the haters.
I don't think God flexes on the haters.
No.
Not quite.
I think God will. Oh my goodness. Oh, I remember because the oranges were brought to Nina. I think God will. Oh, I think it's God will provide. God will provide.
Yes,
God
that's
will
right.
provide.
Did you guys get it?
I bet you guys did. Okay, these are one of those rapid fire ones, right?
Ooh.
All right, true or false? God can provide for any needs you have, and that is true. Good job, Elise.
Thank you. I'm so excited about that. Okay, guys. This week, where was our power verse found?
Yeah. Now we flex
There
on
were some motions. It was
haters.
something like this, I think.
Ooh, second.
Or maybe that's a TikTok. I don't know.
Oh.
No, just kidding.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I think it was found in Second Cookies 9:8.
No, that's not a book in the Bible. But you were right with the numbers.
I was?
This week's power verse is found in 2 Corinthians
Oh.
9:8. Not cookies.
Oofta. Oofta. Well, hey guys, it was great being able to hang out with you guys today. Thank you so much. We really hope that you guys know that God can provide for all of your needs. And remember that you can go to Him for anything that you may be needing or struggling with this week. But we love you guys so much, and we miss you guys. Goodbye. Have a great rest of your week, guys. We love you.
Miss
Bye.
you.
We miss you.